Hey everybody, it's Mark, DoctorDeadwax, and it's time to do another recent vinyl finds, number 22. But before we do, cheers. Dieu, Ciel, Peche, Mortel, Mortal Sin. Talked about it before. Just a fantastic stout. Cheers, everybody. Okay, so same motif, same way, 5 records. Get through them as quick as we can. First up is Sinead OConnor's The Lion and the Cobra. I don't know what to say about this record. This is just, this is a masterpiece. This is lover, hater, whatever. Sinead OConnor had moments of genius, and as an artist, she has that. She falls for me into that category. Who's the thing they had their whole life leading up to their recording life. The best thing she ever did was her first record, and this is it. This is The Lion and the Cobra. And this is a Canadian pressing. Comes with the inner sleeve. And this has some interesting guest musicians on it. It's got Anya on it. It's got I think it's Carl Wallinger from I think it's Carl Wallinger is on here. Kevin Mooney, different people. And it's Canadian pressing on Chrysalis. This is just, I picked this up. This is just a perfect mint copy. I picked this up to actually give it away as a BCLT to somebody. But I cleaned it and gave it a listen, and it was just too clean and beautiful not to pick up. Nothing interesting to Deadwax. It's Canadian pressing. It is what it is. Just a great, great, powerful record. The song on here, Jerusalem, is just fantastic. Troy is just epic. Just I cannot say enough. This is just a great record. If you've never heard this record, you owe it to yourself to give it a listen. It's alternative. It's new wave. It's, I don't know, what do the kids call it? Post punk. It's just a great, great, great record. And her next record is also very good. And then the rest of her stuff, I enjoy it, but I would definitely say it's not up to the caliber of the first two. I think the second record is more commercially accessible, and more people would probably like it than this one, but this is the better record by far. Next record is Pretty Things, Silk Torpedo. This is a later record from the Pretty Things. I've heard some Pretty Things. I have some Pretty Things. That kind of struck me as a little bit maybe psyche. This record's not like that. This record is later, when they were signed to Led Zeppelin's Swan Song label. They kind of come, I think they came back, or I don't know their whole story, but I think they came back. This has Porky in the Deadwax, as you can see very clearly between the eerily, and on the other side it has Peche in the Deadwax. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There it is. There's Peche in the Deadwax. There's the matrix codes too. So ST is the Atlantic code. SS stands for Swan Song. 7432531 stand for the plate numbers. So I don't know. I wasn't impressed with this record. I bought this because it was, it was Pretty Things, and the one that I have, I think, is a comp of a couple earlier things. It's a 2-record set. I think it's a comp of their 60s stuff, or late 60s, or maybe very early 70s stuff, which I rather enjoyed. But this one just didn't work for me. It kind of was like mediocrity personified. I don't know. Not a huge fan of this record. I've paid $3 for it, so I can't really complain. It's a U.S. pressing on Swan Song. It's on the thickest vinyl I can remember for something from 1970. I think it's 75, 1974, and you know, it is what it is. Next is something I don't usually buy, but I bought this because it was $3. Not that I don't usually buy Simple Minds. This is Simple Minds Neo Gold Dream 81, 82, 83, 84. I have this record. I love this record. I saw this tour. This is a great band. It's an American pressing. It comes with the American inner sleeve. But the reason why I bought it was because it was colored. Not that I buy colored vinyl typically, but this is the kind of gold and maroon marble from the cross element on the cover. Gold and maroon marble vinyl. And all my other pressings of this are Canadian. And although it pains me to say it, this actually sounds good. Typically colored vinyl, especially from back in the day, sounds like cack. But the Canadian mastering of this record is so horrible, with the dreaded 28Z matrix codes. This is a much better mastering. So this is actually my best sounding copy of this record. It's got a little bit of edge wear and stuff on the cover. It was $3. $3 for, you know, I've seen this. I've seen people ask $20 for it. I don't know what the colored vinyl goes for this, maybe $10, but hey, it's better sounding, so that was good. Next is Deadwax Oneness, Silver Dreams, Golden Reality. Deadwax Carlos Santana, and the album is Oneness, Silver Dreams, Golden Reality. So this is a radio station promo. It's not a white label promo. I believe he was Buddhist at this stage. Had a guru or something. A Bhagwan. Yeah, we're going to go with Buddhist, okay. It's a great record. I don't hear a lot of people talk about this record. I have a lot of Santana records that are kind of, you know, the first Santana record's great. The third Santana record's really good. Can't really say there's much else in that catalog. Well, a couple, but Caravanserai, but not a hell of a lot of mediocre records in that catalog. This is a great record. This is a U.S. pressing. It's got the vanity label. It has one E and one AA stampers, so it's a little later in the pressing run. As you can see, even though it's a radio station promo, it's not a white label. So typically, if this was a white label radio station promo, it would have 1A stampers or the earliest stampers available. But this is something that would have been produced later in the run, and the sticker was stuck on it to be handed out to a radio station. I highly recommend this record. This record has a wonderful feel to it. It's highly enjoyable. It has a great flow. It's spiritual. It's excellent. I very much enjoyed it. And the last record is a U.S. pressing of Roxy music. Oh, I paid $4 for that, Carlos Santana. And the last one is Roxy Music, Manifesto. And for this I paid $4. And this is a U.S. pressing. And I don't believe, yeah, this just had a generic black that's faded, or purple that's faded inner sleeve, but no writing or anything on it. But I just kept it because it wasn't white, so you know it's a little bit differently. And this is on Adco. Interesting. This has east side and west side as the label designators instead of side 1 and side 2. So let's see if we can get that to pop, since things are actually popping today. There you go. There is ATGP. That's Atlantic George Piros. Now also here is what looks like RM, which would be Ron McMaster, but I don't think so. I mean, I don't understand why George Piros would be on this and Ron McMaster, considering Ron McMaster is mastering records nowadays. So I'm assuming that the RM might be for the mastering house. I don't know. But there's ATGP. So the A looks like the @ symbol that is in an email address. And here we go. This is a good Roxy Music record. It's not a great Roxy Music record, but it's good. It definitely has some really strong moments on it. It's 1979. Their best stuff was their first couple of albums. Siren I didn't think was great, and this I think is better than Siren. But you know, it's just good. It's not fantastic. You need early Roxy, or strangely Avalon, if you like that one. I mean, you might hate it because it's not early Roxy, but Avalon has a quality to it that's this highly polished commercial record that's done really well. So that's it. Those are today's records. Roxy Music Manifesto, it's a good record. David Carlos Santana won this, Silver Dreams, Golden Reality. This is a great record. Classic synth rock, or synth pop, or whatever. New Gold Dream by Simple Minds. I was disappointed with this. Pretty Things of Torpedo. Not as strong as their early material, no matter how risque the cover is. But it kind of reminds me of the Varga Girls and stuff. And, you know, Sinead's masterpiece, The Lion and the Cobra. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day. Keep the record spinning.